Hello everybody, Dawnofthed Games here, and today we have a special update for everyone in the emulator community, aka Dolphin Emulator and LNDS. You no longer need official NAND backups or dumps of your firmware to play online on Dawnofthed Wi-Fi connection. And actually, it is very interestingly good for the better, because now you don't need to actually have a real Wii to play on the servers. This means that if you have an emulator, you can just pick up an emulator, or if you have a PC, or if you have a phone, you can pick up your phone and download MelonDS and just play on the servers. It is really nice. I've been trying to test this for a while, and I had to delete my stuff off of my emulator to test this to make sure it worked. And lo and behold, it looks like what it is today on this video. So I'm sorry if nothing really came out really on the content. I have really had to actually make sure this was updated and informing you guys that you can play online on the servers even if you don't have a real Wii. So now that that's out of the way, since my emulator guide for setting up Dawnofthed Wi-Fi connection was out of date because not only did it use Radman, but it also did not actually mention that you don't need a NAND backup. I'm gonna update my tutorial for you guys, so you can actually relive this and actually use it in updated standards and an updated guide. So let's get started. First things first, you're gonna want a couple things. You want to go to make sure you go to the Dawnofthed Wi-Fi connection GitHub and go to the wiki. And then make sure you type in both the Windows key and R, and then enter this path. Highlight this and basically press Control C, then hit Windows and then R, and then hold Windows when pressing R, and then basically type it, like paste in this path, and press OK. It'll take you. You want to click on Notepad. If you have all this, you're all good. But if you don't, the GitHub wiki is your best friend here. You want to get this host.txt file, but you don't want it to be a text file. You don't want it to be a text document here. You want it to be a file. So what you're gonna want to do here is delete all this and make sure it is nothing but just called host with no numbers or those. Yeah, we're gonna move it to music. So that way it'll work. Yeah. Now, what you want to do is Control C and then go back into your Notepad, or actually go back to go back to Windows and take out this. Take out the host and just do this, and then Control V, and then replace. I'm gonna press skip since I already have it. But if you want to hit replace if you don't have those. Next, we're gonna get the gecko code. This you can ignore these because we don't need a NAND for this. You don't. This information is no longer valid. You don't really need a NAND backup really, because I confirmed that in this video saying you don't need it. But what you will need is the NoSSL text gecko code, and you're going to make sure that cheats are enabled. If you don't have cheats enabled, you will not be able to bypass the HTTPS checks that Nintendo servers have when they had their login authenticated. But because we're rerouting it to our own servers, which is this one, we want to reroute it by disabling these checks. So go back to Dolphin Emulator and go to Properties by right-clicking, and then go to Gecko Codes. You want to click Add Code, and then go into the notepad that you just downloaded, aka the NoSSL text, and then Control A and then Control C, and then go back to Dolphin. Go into the code section and then Control V, and then name this whatever you want. Maybe I'll name it NoSSL, but I already have it here, so I'm not gonna do that. And then we're gonna load up Mario Kart Wii. Make sure you have the game legally installed. I'm not going to go through how to install the game, as that is not part of this tutorial, and I'm not going to teach you how to download games. Simply because I don't want Nintendo breathing on my neck. Hey, where's my wire? Oh, it's right here. It's where my controller is. So it's like trying to find everything in my house. And just launch Nintendo WFC. There we go. Now, once you actually have logged into the server, you can go to worldwide and you can choose whatever you want. And I'm gonna log in and play as Luigi because I don't know, I don't have fun controlling anymore. And you can just play with anyone, like a bunch of racers or whoever's online on the server. You can also play with other people who have an actual console or other emulator players. And we see we got one racer here that's also on the server. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.